Okay, which sentence is in past perfect tense? Wait a second.
Oh no.
There isn't a single sentence in past perfect. Like, literally. Can anyone tell me if there's even a correct answer or if this is a trick? Hey guys, you read the title correctly. I almost got a 90%. While the original title was about to get, I unfairly got a 90% exam score on an English online test. But I mean, I'll later explain why I almost got a 90% and instead I ended up getting 100%. So, how did that exam went? How did the backlash come? And how did we end up getting 100%, at least for the people who got all the answers right, except for that one specifically that got 100%? We'll find out at this story time. So, the online test was for November 26th. I prepared myself for that exam and it was pretty much easy. I mean, all the questions that I answered were extremely easy and it was a piece of cake. Until I got to this question, which I showed already in the beginning of the video, and it didn't even have had because, well, it was a past perfect exam, and if you follow the structure, it had, well, it has had, but it's still, and I couldn't even find a single answer which, well, it had, so it was pretty much rigged. As since my classmates, my real life friends, we have a WhatsApp group which it was, well, about the ninth grade, or as we call it here, well, third year. We pretty much had that WhatsApp group so we can talk about the homework and other stuff. And we usually talk about those online tests. Okay, side note, something that I actually forgot to mention and is very important is that those online tests are made with that quiz. And if you don't know what it is, well, it's a device that lets you, well, create some online tests. So if you want to create some online tests, at least for me, well, for fun, well, you can feel free to do so. And I'm obviously not going to give my email to, well, random strangers, so you have to find that on your own. But yeah, feel free to, well, create me some online tests for fun. For fun, that's for sure. But yeah, that's something that I wanted to, well, tell about because that is gonna be important. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be important, but that's how the online test of my school, well, does the online test with that quiz. Anyways, let's get back to the video. So yeah, my classmates and I we talk about online tests by that quiz and how well do we get the scores. I mean, there's a bunch of online tests that I actually got good notes and I'm still getting good notes. Actually, now since I'm on, well, holidays, I mean I'm on vacation. I pretty much have to wait. Yeah, I could have just done the school storytime videos, well, technically today, but that is gonna be, well, for the 25th of December or whatever was the day that I plan to find it on. So in November 26th, it was an English online test. And well, since when I arrived to the question that pretty much ruined, well, the test, I ended up getting a 90%. Which, well, we usually use the 20 out of 20 system of score. So basically, a 90% is, well, an 18 out of 20, to put in the simple terms. I mean, overall, it still was a good note. According to Kenneth, it was, well, just like earning an A. I mean, instead of getting an A plus, you still got an A, and that was still a good score. But I mean, an A plus isn't better, and that's sort of a rigged exam. It is definitely unfair to just give me an A over for a misspelled exam question. You serious? So we then ended up asking, well, the English teacher to, well, at least don't count that question as if it had points. So make because of a misspell. So we pretty much, me and my classmates were literally just begging, well, to at least don't count, well, that question. And guess what? It didn't actually count at the end of the day. So, as you might have imagined, at the end of the day, I ended up getting a, well, an 100% and a 20 out of 20. And also, you may be starting asking, and also to finish well the video, what was the correct answer at the end of the day? I mean, since all of the questions were pretty much wrong, there must be at least one question that might have got written badly or something. And in fact, the correct answer was this morning before leaving for work. I mean, that was supposed to be I had forgotten, well, my keys or something. But actually, I click well the next question to it. I mean, the next answer to it, which is I have forgotten my keys because it was the closest one to the other one. And well, that's the test that the online test that I almost was about to got 90% for. Luckily, that question didn't count, so at the end we ended up getting 100%. So that's it for the story time. Thank you guys for watching. Well, the story time video, I'm sorry that this was like the most shortest story time video. Literally, I mean, it was just a quick one. I mean, to keep you guys waiting. And thus, there wasn't really anything much for me to explain other than being rigged. So that's why pretty much was short, but I mean, it was still a fun, story time to do. And also stay tuned for, the last announced story time, which is the School Stories 2, which was the long-awaited sequel to the story time that literally hit hard. So stay tuned for, ninth grade or third year stories. So yeah, thank you guys for watching and see you guys in my future story time and more future videos coming.